आज यो एउटा खेलमा the cause that they are playing for ले पनि जित हासिल गरेको छ हामी छौं UN Convention on the Rights of the Child को 30औं वर्ष प्रवेशको सफलता मनाउनको निम्ति
international century, but how is it like playing cricket for a cause?
Because of this team, I was in a fortunate position to come here and spread the message across wherever possible. I've heard so much about Nepal for such a long time, wanting to come here. It's better late than never, so I'm so happy and excited that Vinod is also part of this. Thank you very much for being here.
A few lines on the importance of sports, or as a sportsman, how you can contribute. Perfect. Thank you very much, sir. Mr. Das, a few words on Mr. Sachin Tendulkar's presence here and the game we're about to play today, for a cause.
Well, I can say nothing much except for the remembrance of a postcard that I got from 100 MB saying that just have a dream, dreams do come true, and for me that message carries a lot of value today. I had a dream to see Mr. Sachin Tendulkar in front of my eyes, and today I am sharing the field with it. So my dream is fulfilled, and I wish through this initiative that we are going to take part in today, a lot of children will be able to fulfill their dream.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much. The captains, the news from the center is that batting first after losing the toss is the red team, and the two openers are out there in the middle. You see the captain Tendulkar setting his field.
And this was articulated through the UN Convention on the Rights of the Child. The difference between the work that had been happening before this convention and when...
And as we so fondly call Sachin as the god of cricket, so the god has graced our temple Now we believe we are only going to move forward from here. Thank you so much for coming and gracing this evening, Sachin. Now let's get down to the formal part of it. I would speak in Nepali because being a Nepali, it gives me great pride to speak my own language and deliver my message in my mother tongue. हामीले सबै खेलिरहेको यो क्रिकेट मैदान आज क्रिकेट खेल्दा मलाई निकै फरक महसुस भएको छ। यो मैदानमा मैले सयौं खेलहरू खेलेको छु, तर आजको खेल निकै फरक र पृथक थियो। युनिसेफका सद्भावनादूत र अरबौं क्रिकेट प्रेमीका मुटुका ढुकढुकी श्री सचिन रमेश तेन्दुलकरजी आज हाम्रो अगाडि हुनुहुन्छ र मैले उहाँसँग मिलेर बालबालिकाहरूको समूहको नेतृत्व गर्ने अवसर पाएको छु। एउटा मेरो लागि सौभाग्य प्राप्त भएको छ। त्यसै देशका वर्तमान
who have unfulfilled Namaste. You all must be wondering why do I have a glass of water. Sorry, I've not been keeping well for last 2-3 days, so that's why I'm just taking care of myself. Helke Welch, UNICEF representative to Nepal. Jane Patre, Deputy Head of Delegations, European Union. Vinod Das, former cricket captain of Nepal. I also see the Nepal national team, women's team. Welcome to all of you. Today's experience has been truly special for me. I had a great time. What about you guys? Tapai Harulai Ramrulai? I did not understand fully what Vinod spoke, but I kind of vaguely knew what he was referring to. And I support that. You know, it is all about child rights, and what he said was 100% right. I would be failing in my duties if I did not congratulate UNICEF for completing 30 years of CRC. I also feel that in 1992, when Nepal was the first signatory of CRC, it clearly was evident of Nepal's commitment to making Nepal better. When we talk about getting better in life, doesn't mean you're not good at this moment. Even the best in the world continues to get better. So I feel, looking at the enthusiasm here of all the children here, I think it's really commendable, and I must applaud UNICEF's effort in creating this awareness. I think it is all about right messaging. And if you, in the form of cricket, if you can reach out to as many as possible and give your message, I think that is something which stays with you much longer than someone turning up and giving you a lecture on what to do and what not to do. I think there are ways of conveying message, and when it comes to children, I think there is no better platform than a play field. It need not be just the cricket ground, it could be any sport. All we want you to do is go out. If my mother would be cooking food, I would be standing next to her in the kitchen also, exploring things, learning recipes. I enjoy cooking till late, and it is because of my mother. But like any other mother, my mother also would be curious to see the tiffin box that she packed for me in the morning, whether I've had my lunch in my school or not. And on few occasions I saw, and then I thought I should play a prank with her. Can anyone guess what happened? When I came back one day from school, my mother opened a tiffin box. There was a frog inside the tiffin box. Live frog which jumped on her. And then after that, every time she was opening a tiffin box, she was exploring things, or maybe a grasshopper or a fish in monsoons. All these kind of things kept happening. So there was a way of explaining things to me. Shouting, screaming or hitting did not work, and neither did they ever shout. Their tone changed while messaging, and that was enough for me to understand. At the age of 16, again, someone who was double my age. It didn't matter. Once you are out on the field, you compete. Whoever it is against you, you compete. And then again here, I think for children's development, to play is really important. I've always been a part of team sport. So team sport is something which teaches you generally in life to sacrifice for someone, to back someone when that individual is not doing well, to celebrate someone else's success. I think these are strong messages which normally you sit in a classroom, you'll never experience that. Because once you go out, it's all live action, and then a team sport teaches you all these things, and then there is not a dull moment. The dressing room atmosphere taught me a lot. So it is all about moving forward as a team with one objective. It is all about taking care of each other and doing your best. I also shared downstairs what my father shared with me when my career had started. He clearly told me that if you fail, I'll accept, but don't cheat, don't find shortcuts. And that was so relieving when you get such kind of encouragement. It is important for children to have the same feeling. Each and every child, when a child is competing, then encouragement is the only option. I don't think we should be looking at the other side of the coin. And they respond to that beautifully. So I feel when children decide to play, they should be encouraged, they should be provided various platforms to express their talent and build their foundation as strong as possible.
Thank you, Mr. Tendulkar.
There are people who will criticize you. My message to the players would be, don't get too attached to all these things. Lead a balanced life. If you do well, you don't need to celebrate and go over the top. Or if there are disappointments and failures, you don't need to be depressed either. Focus on finding solutions. Don't focus on problems. Focus on problems, there will always be problems. Each delivery is a question in itself. Look at answers, don't focus on questions. If you have solutions, you will keep moving forward. And to people who criticize, I would like to tell them that, if it's a constructive criticism, players can take it. But if it isn't, then maybe one needs to look at himself and change. When the teams don't do well, that is when they look for support. When they're doing well, everyone is with them. So when they're not doing well, I think it's important to stand behind them, be rock solid and say that no matter what, we are with you. Because we know that you will turn things around and give us a reason to smile. So the best option is to be with them, is what my message to everyone would be.